Welcome back to another installment in the Entertainment Beyond show. As always, I am your one and only host, Jensen the Beautiful, Majestic, motherfucking Dean Jackson. And I literally just walked out of the cinema complex. I saw, it's a small indie film. You probably haven't even heard of it. It's called Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Not particularly special. It is a computer generated image nightmare, CGI nightmare. Everything looks plastic and cartoony. It kind of feels like a story that it doesn't need to be told. I know George Miller wanted to do this. I'm just trying to figure out, like, who exactly the fuck Furiosa, a prequel to Mad Max Fury Road, who exactly it's for, because I wasn't really asking for it. I feel like everything I knew about Furiosa, I preferred the character to be in the pantheon of mystery, just as I prefer the character of the Joker. I don't need his backstory. The less I know, or the more I know, the less I care. And it kind of goes right along with this. It's not important to me so much to know what drives Furiosa. I get everything that I need to from the character in Mad Max Fury Road. And the funniest thing, this is just, it's a CGI nightmare, like I just said. At every turn, like I just, it kind of makes me like, are we sure that George Miller made this film and this wasn't a film made by committee, which is a term that they use in Hollywood when a bunch of those Hollywood bigwig hobnobbers get together and cobble together a story? Because, you know, moneymakers only know how to make money. They don't know how to make good film or television. It takes true art, dedication, decadence, deprivation, depravity, all the D words. This film feels soulless. And if George Miller made it, I feel like he made it at the barrel of a gun. And you know, the most bizarre thing about this is at the end of the film, while the credits are rolling, show you the cliff notes of Mad Max Fury Road. And in those brief, like 1 to 2 minutes, you see the true full glory of George Miller when he's, as the children would say, when he's cooking. I mean, because Mad Max Fury Road came out like close to a decade ago, but it's still a technical wonder for the eyes to behold. I mean, this film, you got explosions and shit, but they're all fucking CGI fires. And they show you the credits. In the credits of this film, they show you clips from Mad Max Fury Road. And it's just bizarre to me how much better looking that film is than this. The entirety of this film. One thing I can say about this film, the person who was having the most fun, who was chewing just fucking forkfuls of scenery being shoveled into his mouth, Chris Hemsworth. He was doing his dizzle. He was doing his thug thizzle, practicing his thug thesis. Chris Hemsworth looked like he was fucking having fun the whole fucking time. He made what I would say is a mess of computer generated images. He made it fun. He is, for all intents and purposes, the fucking star of this film. You know, it's not really fair to say that Anya Taylor-Joy's she didn't do a good job in the film because they didn't really give her any lines throughout the whole damn film. She was a silent actor, which is tough to pull off. It takes a certain skill to act and emote with your facial expressions and your eyes. It's a whole different kind of acting. But this was not my. It's not gonna. This role of hers is not gonna end up in my list of top Anya Taylor-Joy films. I kind of feel like this was. I don't really like it. I like the zany, batshit crazy world that George Miller has created with the Mad Max saga, I guess we're calling it now. But this was a misstep in his catalog of filmmaking, and 2 hour plus film, and as I stand here doing this review, I'm trying to figure out, like, do I give a fuck? Sorry. And I think my general consensus is that no. I feel like this was a step backwards. I get it. Everybody loved Furiosa. They found the character engrossing, but I feel like this film, at least in my opinion, undoes most of the goodwill given to us by Charlize Theron. And I mean, when I was watching the trailers, because I've just been paintbrushed with the same trailer of this film for like the last year, I wasn't really like, oh my god, I've gotta witness her, which is shame on the marketing team, because they could have had that as the tagline, witness her. I don't know how you fucking missed that. That would have been a brilliant tagline for the fucking poster. And that's for free, motherfuckers, but it's too late now. It's too late to turn back now, nigga. I long for the glory days of George Miller's fucking Oscar-nominated hit, Mad Max Fury Road. How do you go from that to fucking this? Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. I'm so confused and kind of frustrated. If it wasn't for the fact that I am Regal Unlimited, bitch, meaning that I live that Regal Unlimited lifestyle, for $21.99 a month, I get to see as many films as I can see in a fucking month. I've already seen close to 30 films this year, so it makes it worth it. It makes it worth it, especially when I see films like this that leave me questioning why I even do this fucking podcast. These films that seem desperately made by the studios, mandated, if you will, to make fucking money. I know this is George Miller's universe, he makes the rules and shit, but Georgie, my dude, baby, oh baby, please get your shit under control. Button up your shit, because this, George, this was not it. Whatever you were cooking with this one, George, it's fucking nasty. So, to wrap this episode up, on the podcast, on this show, you know I like to give between 1 and 4 thumbs up. I'm going to give Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, 2 thumbs up. I'd like to be fair and give it 2. Because I do love the world of Mad Max, the world that George Miller has created. But I did not like this film. And yeah. So with that, I say good night. Mwah, and goodbye.